live in Woodstock, Illinois. This is hopefully going to be the first video that I edit properly. And I want to take a moment and thank Sam B. Her real last name is not B. I'm not going to say her real last name because we want to keep that information private. But Sam B is a member of the B family, which none of them actually have the last name of B. But they are a wonderful family that me and Z are both friends with, and they have a fiber and knitting and crafting business. And they go all over the country selling their wonderful wares. So if you have time, please check out their channel, which is Bumblebee Acres. If you're interested in crafting of any kind, then you should definitely purchase some of their wonderful items. But that is Sam B, who I want to thank for helping me find the proper editing software and some other accessories that I will be soon purchasing to make this channel much more professional than it has been. But for now, this is all I have. And what is this video that you're watching? Well, it is time, and I believe it is week 11. Last week I had to skip because we were doing stuff with Bardo, the good girl. She had to get her treatment, and then we wanted to watch a program on Amazon Prime, a British television program, a mystery program. It was quite wonderful. I forgot the name of it. I think it's called Summerfest or Midsummer. And it's not the new one. There's a new one called Summerfest that's out, but this I think was in the 80s or 90s. But it's a nice mystery program. I enjoy it. So we try to watch that once in a while. But today is the day we are going to make picks. And if you've been watching, you know the past couple weeks I have not been doing very well. So I probably will finish the season behind. And that's just how it works. And I'm going to take a big sip of coffee here. That is delicious. I don't even know what flavor that is, but it's very good. But let's get started. Game number 1 is Tampa Bay. Of course, they have Tom Brady at the helm. And they've got a few other very good players as well. They are 10.5-point favorites against the New York Giants. I remember when the New York Giants were very, very good. Those days are long gone. So I will take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, because I think they could beat the Giants by actually a lot more than 10.5. So I think, of course, I said that last week or 2 weeks ago. I was flapping my gums about how easily Buffalo would beat Jacksonville, but that obviously did not work out in my favor. But I'm still going with Tampa, very confident. And next we have Buffalo, who I am mad at, because they lost to Jacksonville, which makes me question picking them to win the Super Bowl, but that bet is already made and I'm not going back. But they are playing the Indianapolis Colts, who, with Carson Wentz, the former Philadelphia Eagle, he will be behind. I believe he will be behind center for the Colts. I haven't heard anything about him being out, but he does get injured quite a lot. So we don't know. But Buffalo should win this one. In my opinion, they will definitely cover the 7 points. The final game. This is one that I can't believe. But yes, I am actually picking Miami 3.5 point favorites over the New York Jets. This is a AFC East battle. Two pretty crappy teams going toe to toe, mano a mano, 1-on-1 with the great one, even though neither of them are great. But 25, you may not know this, or you may not care, but it was 25, was it 25? Maybe it was 26. I'm not good at math, but it has to be 20. Why would people be talking about something that happened 26 years ago? That's silly. But 25 years ago, a man who at the time went by the name of Rocky Maivia, who was a third generation, which in what was then the WWF, or World Wrestling Federation. He made his debut at the Survivor Series. And now, look at him now. He's the biggest star in Hollywood. So, I know a lot of you like to make fun of wrestling and I don't think you fully understand the art of wrestling, and that is perfectly fine, because you might be into something that I don't understand the art of, and that is totally fine. But this man started in the wrestling business, and now he is making, I don't even know, 25, 30, 40 million dollars a movie? Something crazy like that? So congratulations to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Even though I don't really think he's going to see this, but he's accomplished a lot. And that is motivation, because he was not, back when his father, Rocky Johnson, was in the business, these guys weren't making what they do now. There were no, although, are there really guaranteed contracts with these releases by the WWE? They've made over, I think, almost 80 or 83 releases this year. So I don't even know what a guaranteed contract is, but supposedly that's a thing, and I'm going on a little bit of a rant. But you know what? That's business. You feel bad for these guys that got the boot, but some of them are already succeeding in other wrestling companies or other ventures altogether, so you never know. But The Rock, his father wasn't making the tons and tons of money, so he wasn't what you would consider rich growing up. So he had to, and probably people didn't take him seriously because of, his father was in the business, and I'm sure people thought he got his father and his grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia, which is a gimmick that I don't think would go over very well these days, because he was Samoan. He wasn't actually Native American. Unless it was a High Chief, Samoan chief, then that would actually be legit because he's actually Samoan. I'm not sure. But the point is, The Rock climbed his way, scratched and clawed his way to the top, and he made it. So that is why we're going from picks to a motivational Saturday special. A lot of you are down on your luck, but that doesn't have to be the end of your story. That might be the end of a dark chapter, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I know this from personal experience. I'm not going to get into it now because we like to keep these videos lighthearted, but I promise you, I know what it's like to hit rock bottom. And I made it out. And now I'm 100% a winner. And that concludes today's video. Again, thank you to Sam B and the entire B family for being awesome and for helping me learn how to edit videos. And also check out their channel and their online, I think they must have an online store. She buys a lot of knitting stuff, but so she knows more about that than me, but I don't think she wants to be part of this channel, and that's okay. That's fine. But check out their online store, and also check out the blog Caught in the Wool, which is going to be featured on their YouTube channel, Bumblebee Acres, right here on YouTube. And later today, possibly, we might have a beer review video. So look for that.